In a country where millions struggle to make ends meet, where the gap between the rich and the poor widens with every passing day, one family stands as the epitome of extravagance and unchecked power, the Ambanis. At the helm of this empire is Mukesh Ambani, a man whose influence stretches far beyond business, reaching deep into the very fabric of Indian society. But beneath the glitz and glamour of their public image lies a darker narrative, a tale of ruthless monopolies, political puppeteering, environmental destruction, and a blatant disregard for the labor force that fuels their wealth. As the Ambanis continue to flaunt their riches, in the face of a nation grappling with poverty and inequality, it begs the question, is their empire built on the backs of the oppressed? Mukesh Ambani, the chairman of Reliance Industries, didn't inherit a peaceful empire. Instead, he and his brother Anil were thrust into a bitter feud over control of their father's legacy. After the death of Dhirubhai Ambani in 2002, the Reliance empire was left without a clear successor. What followed was a power struggle that not only tore the family apart, but also captured the attention of the entire nation. The feud reached its climax in 2005 when, after years of public and private bickering, their mother, Kokilaben Ambani, was forced to broker a deal between her sons. The resolution was a demerger of Reliance Industries, an unprecedented move that divided the once unified conglomerate into two separate entities. Mukesh retained control of the flagship businesses, including oil, gas, petrochemicals, refining, and manufacturing, while Anil took over the newer but equally lucrative sectors like electricity, telecom, and financial services. But the settlement didn't bring peace. The brothers' rivalry continued to play out in the public eye, with each taking jabs at the other through press releases, court battles, and strategic business moves. Mukesh was accused of trying to oust Anil from the board, and their disagreements over how to run the company led to numerous legal disputes. The media eagerly covered every twist and turn of this family saga, transforming it into a modern-day soap opera that captivated the nation. Even today, the remnants of this feud linger, with Anil's financial troubles often contrasted with Mukesh's rising fortunes. Anil, once a powerful businessman in his own right, has seen his empire crumble under the weight of debt and poor decisions. In contrast, Mukesh has only grown richer and more powerful, leading many to speculate that the elder Ambani brother has finally emerged victorious in this decades-long battle. But at what cost? The scars of this family feud are evident in the strained relationships and the fractured legacy of the Ambani family. It raises the question, can there ever be true success when it comes at the expense of family unity? Mukesh Ambani's rise to power has not been without its controversies, particularly when it comes to his business practices. Critics have long accused Reliance Industries, especially its telecom arm, Reliance Jio, of engaging in monopolistic practices that threaten the very fabric of India's free market. When Jio entered the telecom sector in 2016, it did so with a bang. Offering free voice calls and extremely cheap data plans, Jio disrupted the market in a way that no one had anticipated. Competitors were forced to slash their prices, and many smaller players were eventually driven out of business. What initially appeared to be a consumer-friendly move quickly turned into a monopolistic nightmare. Reliance Jio's deep pockets allowed it to sustain these low prices until the competition was all but eliminated. Today, Jio dominates the telecom market with over 400 million subscribers, leaving consumers with fewer choices and raising concerns about the long-term effects of such market dominance. But Jio's ambitions don't stop at telecom. Mukesh Ambani has his eyes set on creating a digital empire that spans multiple sectors, from e-commerce and media to fintech and artificial intelligence. With each new venture, Reliance tightens its grip on the Indian economy, raising alarms about the potential for monopolistic control. Critics argue that Mukesh Ambani's strategy is to establish dominance in every sector he enters, leaving little room for competition. Moreover, Reliance's close ties with the Indian government have only fueled these concerns. Regulatory changes that favor Reliance's business interests have led to accusations that Mukesh Ambani's influence extends beyond the boardroom and into the halls of power. The line between business and politics has become increasingly blurred, with many questioning whether the Ambanis' wealth has bought them undue influence over government policies. This nexus between big business and politics is not new in India, but the scale at which Mukesh Ambani operates is unprecedented. As Reliance Industries continues to expand its reach, the question remains, is Mukesh Ambani building a business empire or a monopoly that could eventually control every aspect of the Indian economy? Reliance Industries' environmental record is far from clean. The company has been repeatedly accused of causing significant harm to the environment through its various operations. Critics argue that Mukesh Ambani's petrochemical and refining businesses are among the biggest contributors to pollution in India, with little transparency or accountability. The environmental degradation caused by Reliance's operations, from greenhouse gas emissions to water contamination, is often swept under the rug, overshadowed by the family's philanthropic endeavors. But no amount of charity can undo the damage done to ecosystems and communities across the country, damage that will likely outlast the Ambanis' empire. Mukesh Ambani's influence isn't confined to the boardroom, it's deeply entrenched in Indian politics. The Ambani family's ties to political power have long been the subject of speculation and controversy. From allegations of supporting the ruling Bharatiya Janata Party, BJP, through media manipulation to direct involvement in political campaigns, the Ambanis' reach extends into the corridors of power, raising concerns about the true extent of their influence on government decisions. Are India's policies being shaped by its elected officials or by the billionaires who fund their campaigns? While the Ambanis live in opulence, the workers who keep their empire running often face starkly different realities. Reports of labor exploitation within Reliance factories paint a grim picture: low wages, poor working conditions, and a wide gap between the treatment of permanent employees and contract workers. Strikes and protests have erupted over the years, highlighting the discontent among those who feel they are being left behind as the company's profits soar. But these voices are often drowned out by the Ambanis' lavish displays of wealth, as if to remind everyone where the real power lies. The recent pre-wedding celebrations for Mukesh Ambani's son, Anant Ambani, reportedly costing a staggering $120 million, have drawn widespread criticism. In a country where millions struggle for basic necessities, such ostentatious displays of wealth are seen by many as not just insensitive, but as a gross affront to the values of a nation grappling with deep economic inequalities. The Ambanis' luxurious lifestyle, from multi-million-dollar jewelry to private islands, is a stark contrast to the poverty that afflicts nearly half of India's population. It's a reminder of the growing divide between the ultra-rich and the rest of the country, a divide that is as much a social and moral issue as it is economic. The Ambanis have mastered the art of media manipulation, ensuring that their public image remains untarnished despite the controversies that surround them. Their events, particularly the extravagant weddings, receive blanket coverage, often overshadowing critical issues facing the country. This saturation of positive media attention serves to distract from the more unsavory aspects of their empire: labor exploitation, environmental harm, and political manipulation. Critics argue that the Ambanis' control over media narratives is yet another example of their far-reaching influence, raising questions about the independence of the press in India. As we've uncovered, the story of Mukesh Ambani and his empire is one of immense power, wealth, and influence, but it's also a story of deep controversies and ethical questions. In a world where the rich grow richer and the poor are left behind, we must ask ourselves, is this the kind of society we want to live in? The Ambanis may be celebrated as symbols of success, but at what cost? If you found this video thought-provoking, make sure to give it a thumbs up, share it with others who might find it interesting, and don't forget to subscribe to our channel for more content that digs beneath the surface of the headlines. Hit the notification bell so you never miss an update. What are your thoughts on the Ambanis' influence? Leave a comment below. We'd love to hear your perspective. Thank you for watching, and we'll see you in the next video.